Let's write the new if that will check if at least the bottom of the bow, I can understand the y of the bottom of the bow by adding the bow height to bow y. So bow y plus 15 is the y of the bottom of the bow, and I need this bottom of the bow at least to hit at least the top of the player's paddle. So I will check this, and now I will not have the bug I had so far. Whenever the bow was at least over the top of the bottom of the paddle, we counted this as a hit and there was console lock. Now I have additional condition and I can see what is going on. Now if the bow is under the player, this is not a hit, and if it's over, it's not a hit. And in order for the console lock to appear, I really need to catch the bow. I did it once, I did it second time, and only on the second time I got the console lock. You can see that sometimes the hit is not counted. This is a big problem for me, and I need to understand when is the time that this hit is counted. For example, now I think there was a hit, but it wasn't printed and it wasn't counted. Apparently I need to hit the top of the paddle with the bow, just like this, so that it can be counted a new hit. And if I hit with the bottom of the paddle, there is no new hit. So what could be the reason for this problem? Well, I hope you remember that our paddle was a bit shorter and I decided that it should grow, and I made its height to be 100 pixels, but I forgot to do this change here. I'm doing this number, I'm changing this number to 100. I saved the code, and let's see whether now I will got easier hits. Well, I hit with the bottom of the paddle, but there is already one console lock for a hit. And even if I get the bow with the bottom part of the paddle, I got the message that I've hit the bow. I think that my check for hit is now working. I'm really happy with it. And if there is nothing more to do with it, I think it's time for epic new knowledge. So aren't you kind of said that everything we painted so far was always blue? Well, let's change this. The new knowledge that I want you to know, and you should write it down on a piece of paper, this sheet of paper that had all our knowledge so far. Well, it's only the 6th knowledge we will learn, but it's interesting and it will make our games more shiny. So write down context dot fill style and then an equal sign. So apparently we will change the value of a variable. Apparently this is some kind of strange variable. Well, we will give to it really strange values that will actually be a text, and those texts could be the name of any color you can think of. And even if you can't think of such a crazy color such as fuchsia, sometimes even such a crazy colors work. My advice is don't try to think of a crazy color that you've never seen and you'd never like. This color is really ugly. Please use a normal color like blue or green. All of those will work. And some of the crazy colors would also work, but all of those versions of our game, well, they weren't so much interesting, don't you think? We changed only once the color, but it affected all the rectangles that we draw, and this is kind of interesting, but it's also kind of boring, because now all our rectangles are the same color. Isn't this kind of stupid? Well, what this line of code is actually doing is that it's saying let everything from now on be painted in the new color until there is some newer color. So if we change the colors twice, perhaps the things that are drawn before the second change will be in one color, and after the second change will be in the new color. I want you to experiment with this. I want you to try different colors and I want you to make the bow and the paddle to be different colors. Come on.